Bosh.
Are we on?
We are on, but I'll give it a second just so that it all sets in.
Yo, 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 yo. Evening all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, my friends.
Good evening, Unai Emery.
Aston Villa.
Right, it says I'm live. Let me just check the audio.
I'm dead.
Right, testing.
Testicles 1, testicles 2.
Mate, we're live. Don't say that.
These balls are alive.
It's the alcohol kicking in already.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, nobody watching. Hello, world. I need to turn the fan off so that you can't hear a hurricane in the microphone. Okay, welcome to DillonCOYS Live. We're back with another one. Back with my guest, C-Dad, the one and only.
The best guest.
All friends. Tottenham friends.
Friend.
Tottenham friends. All right, okay.
Best kind of friend.
The best kind of friends. A
Yeah.
SPURS friend, mate. My geezer friend. It's my geezer.
What do we have to talk about today?
Alright, just looking at the chat. Plenty of things, mate. Plenty of things, you know. I mean, we can start off with. We'll get to the main topics in a bit. But some of the news that have come out today from Alistair Gold, Tottenham Hotspur have agreed a fee in principle to sell goalkeeper Josh Keeley to Luton Town after failing to agree a new contract with the 22-year-old. It was all pretty much. That was all pretty much. It looked done and dusted. It looked like there was going to be things that were going to be not talked about. That it was going to be agreed and it was going to be all right. Same with Mikey Moore, which I don't know when that will be done, but it might have already been done. Keeley enjoyed a great season in League One with Leyton Orient last season. He registered 16 clean sheets. So I'm having flashbacks from another stream we did a long time ago when I last said clean sheets. You were taking the piss out of me. Anyways, 16 clean sheets.
More than you.
It wasn't even that. It was just the way you mocked him the way I said it, and it was really funny. 16 clean sheets. Alright, I need to shut up. 16 clean sheets, as well as scoring a dramatic header goal in an FA Cup tie against Oldham, and he received praise from Man City boss Pep Guardiola before earning a senior call up to the Republic of Ireland squad at the end of the campaign.
I think it's good that he's gone. I think you're 22 years old. You want to get out there playing. You don't want to sit on Spurs bench. Or I think once you hit 22 years old, you need to go out and get like regular game time. And I'd say the same for outfield players as well.
Yeah, I mean, it does make me think about sort of make me think about players like especially goalkeepers we've had before, like Alfie Whiteman, who was, I mean, he's still at the club now. I think it's him, isn't it? He's still at the club. He's how old? He's a couple of years old, and the same with Brandon Austin. He's just left, but they were keepers who were with us for a while. But I mean, one of them only just left. I don't know what role. Bloody,
Was Austin the American lad?
I don't know if he was American.
There's a mixed race lad.
He
He was American. Yeah, he was good. But I think he played a few games when Forster and Vicario were injured, and then we just went out and bought Kinski and stuck him in there instead.
Yeah. Oh, he is.
But good for him. I think he's young. He needs to go and get some playing time. If he's been first choice at Leyton Orient, 16 clean sheets as well. He's like not a bad player. And if
I just think
gone to Luton, so good for him.
I think it's a shame we've not loaned him out. I think that's
if I was him, I would just leave.
No, I mean that's fair enough. He probably is a bit more optimistic and wants to get out there more. Which, yeah, it's fair enough. I think maybe his spell at Luton might have helped push that. Should keep players like Jamie Donnelly. Yeah, it was Orient. He was really great for them.
There's so much competition. Spurs are always buying new players. Our midfield is totally stacked now. If you're a young player coming through, you're not going to get on the first team, are you? You're just going to have to just leave. You just got to see the writing on the wall. If you've got 8 top class international midfielders in front of you, and you're 21 years old, just leave.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it. We do have. I mean, we, especially like you said in the midfield, we've got too many players. Why I said I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if like Basuma left. Apparently now it's coming out that he wants to stay. Fair enough. Fight for your place. There's a lot of competition, and there'll probably only be more given the transfer market and how it's looking. I don't know how Maddison is going to get on. There's apparently interest with him for Saudi. I do like Maddison as a player. I think he's a top bloke. But I think maybe with Gibbs White coming in, it's going to be a competition.
Yeah, what's happening with Gibbs White? What's the rumours?
Gibbs White, yeah, we will get to that very shortly.
Let's get to it now.
Ed Davey has said Gyökeres medical this weekend, and the announcement Monday medical set this weekend. Plus, he's flying London. Yeah, he's going to Arsenal, isn't he? I know there was some speculation.
Most of his goals were penalties.
Is that true?
Yeah, he's overrated. He flopped at Brighton. He flopped at Coventry. Succeeded in Portugal, which is like a B League.
I think he struggled to get a bit of game time. He was very young then. I think one thing I will say about players playing in the Portuguese league is when they tend to transfer straight to the Prem, they don't tend to. It doesn't always tend to translate well. So especially for a striker, we're gonna have to see how he does for Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal have been begging for a striker for years now. This would be big for them. Yeah. Cole says, "Hi guys, just found the channel. Good stuff. Hello mate, welcome. We just started a couple minutes ago. We're getting into all the main stuff. Good to see you here. Thank you so much. Very, very glad to have you here. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, right. Let's get on to the next part. You wanted to mention Gibbs White. So, the thing about Gibbs White is we know there's a lot of stuff happening with Gibbs White. All the back and forth. The Nottingham Forest owners being an absolute pain in the ass because he's
a total malaka.
He's a
Greek.
I know that word. I know that word because I went to a Greek school. The amount of
was that your nickname?
Piss off, mate. What are you talking about? I learned a lot of Greek swear words when I went to.
He's an idiot, man. That Nottingham Forest owner. It's like if you don't want your player to leave, don't put a release clause in his contract. You
know. From that a certain point of view, I can understand it, but the problem is that it's him, and he's had beef with everyone, and he's now got beef with Palace.
Yeah. He's the one who complained about them being in the Europa League, didn't he?
He literally snitched on them. I can't believe it. He's had problems with Gary Neville. He had problems with the referee, claimed he was a Luton fan. I mentioned it in a video the other day, just talking about a list of some of the stuff that he's basically pissed everyone off with. And
what other Greek words would you describe him as?
I can't remember any Greek words.
But he's a malaka.
He likes to eat souvlaki. There you go. I know that's a Greek dish. He likes to eat it. There you go. That's one of the things. But to put it in a more formal term about the whole Gibbs White situation is that we know that Nottingham Forest made a complaint to the Premier League for Gibbs White's move to Tottenham. They're potentially working on legal action. It's been said that they have, but now but apparently they haven't. It's sort of going back and forth. I think it's just scare tactics. I don't actually think it's going to do anything. I think it's just a case of they want more money from Spurs, so they're trying to push all this nonsense up because they're not happy with 60 million. I think it's just a simple case of that, but it's being completely.
Yeah. I think he's gonna come anyway. It's just a matter of time.
No, he is going to join us.
He's still coming. Activated his release clause, then
they can't do anything about it. And he wants. The thing is, Gibbs White wants to join. All that's being said around is he wants to join.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to leave Forest on a bad light. So he's not refused to train. He's done nothing like that. He's still turning up to training.
I think there's a lot of stupid Tottenham fans who are saying, "Oh well, we're not getting him. Let's move on to someone else." But Gibbs White would be perfect for us.
He'll be class, mate.
Exactly.
I was honestly over the moon when I heard that we were going in for him. I didn't think anything would actually come for it. I thought it would just be another one of those players that I suppose are interested in him. But within the next couple of hours, it immediately got announced that Fabrizio Romano was saying, "Here we go, medical's booked for the next day." I was like, "Oh my god!" But then it all hit the fan quite quickly. Apparently, Forest attempted to resolve the conflict with Spurs. over the Gibbs White situation amicably, but they failed to do so. Again, whether that's true or not, it's kind of hard to understand a real concrete base because there's so much stuff being said about. But we'll see what happens. We will see. I'm confident he's gonna eventually join us properly. I am confident. Don't know what you think, but
no, he will. He will eventually.
He will in the next coming days. I think I'd say it maybe next week. I just want to get it done now. I just want to get done. I think just so we can push for more. We really need it. We need to get this sorted out. Kudus, Gibbs White.
We've got a brilliant squad. I don't think we need any more players, to be honest, unless you're getting like a top striker who's in the Harry Kane mould, of which there is how many? Not many. Who would come to Spurs? I can't see it really happening. I think we've got what we need.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a bit more depth, maybe in defence. I think defence. I think we're going to need it.
Well, we got the new Japanese lad.
Yeah, but he's not going to.
Dragusin,
I think
Danso. I mean, we've got 5 central defenders.
I do think some of the stuff that's been said about is that between Vuskovic and Kota Takai, I think Kota Takai is going to go on loan and Vuskovic is potentially going to go into the first team. I mean, he's a beast. He's a big lad. I think Frank's been looking at him a bit more closely and maybe he'll stick him on the bench, which is quite exciting, actually. He's a unit, he is. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Cole has said, watch what happens from the football community the first time Forest meet a release clause. I think that actually did happen the other day. Correct me if I'm wrong. They've gone in. They've signed a bunch of players as well.
Yeah, they signed some Brazilians for peanuts.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all done legally as well. That doesn't sound a bit dodgy at all, does it?
It's just what happens. It happens. Everyone knows that players get tapped up or spoken to beforehand.
Tapped up. Oh. I apologise. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a mess, but yeah, like I said, it'll be absolutely fine. I'm confident it will. It will be absolutely fine. The Kudus deal. Where would you say he would fit? Do you think he would take over Maddison?
Who? Kudos?
No, Gibbs White.
Oh, I don't know. He's a different type of player, isn't he?
This is where my mind goes a bit empty. He's not a winger, I don't think. I think he is. Yeah, he's an attacking midfielder, so he's around where Maddison would play.
Well, we need strength and depth around there anyway, because we only really
got
Bergvall and Maddison in that position, but they got injured quite a few times last season. So having a lot of cover. Ultimately, I don't feel any sort of particular loyalty to players. If someone clicks in and they make the whole team start clicking, then they're the player who needs to play in that position. You know, I can like players, but ultimately, if the team's not winning and my favourite player's playing, I'm not going to blame the rest of the team. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Like, I could love Maddison in an interesting way. But the fact is, if the team is like misfiring or plays better with Kudos, then I'm going to go with my main man, Mohamed Piba.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we are just going to see. I mean, you can usually tell when a player clicks. You can sort of tell what kind of player would fit in the dressing room. Sort of makes an atmosphere in the best way possible. I think Maddison is one of those players. He's definitely someone who is quite loud and active. I do like him for that. Definitely, he's a good player. He's just struggled with injuries.
I don't know. Like you watched the old that Amazon documentary, and they when Jose came in as manager, and one of the people said to him that one of the main men in the dressing room was Sissoko, and Jose was shocked. And it like he could be like the best guy in the dressing room, but he wasn't the best guy on the pitch.
He wasn't, and we saw that in person.
Yeah, we saw that.
He was a bit rubbish. He did actually have some moments, maybe.
Like the Champions League final when he stopped the ball with his arm.
I don't think that was a penalty. Still to this day, I think that was rubbish. I think that was the point where VAR and handballs were a bit in a controversial.
I think that was what led to the rule change, because at the time the rule was if it touches your arm, it's a penalty or whatever.
Yeah, it was basically.
They changed it because it ruined the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. Cole says, I think we need a DM. Yeah, we definitely do. Number 6, someone like Paulinho or Baleba at Brighton. Our midfield was too easy to walk through last season. It's interesting you say that about a Brighton player. I've heard some stuff that apparently we might be looking at a Brighton player. We don't know who it is yet, but it could be him. We have been linked with Paulinho. I'm assuming that's the one from Bayern Munich you're talking about. We do need a strong DM. There's talks of Adam Wharton as well from Crystal Palace, which we'll
get. Is Paulinho the one that they bought from Fulham?
Yes, João Paulinho.
They've never played him. They just don't play him.
He's played a few games. It's not a lot, but it's. I don't know if he's been injured or what.
He's not made that position his own, has he?
I mean, he's 30 years old. I can't imagine us paying too much for him as well.
Right.
He's played 17 league games. He only joined them last season, but it's not a lot, is it? But I don't know, man.
Hello, Audio Artisan, and hello, Mweka Emi.
Mweka Emi said, yes, welcome. Welcome, Artisan as well. Madison often goes missing in games, just a lot of games for injury. Yeah, he was great for the start of Spurs, and then he had that injury. He really struggled for form since then, quite badly. He's definitely a bit hit or miss, but he's 100%.
He loves Spurs, doesn't he?
He does love Spurs. He definitely does. But yeah, his inconsistency sometimes can be a bit
frustrating.
I think we can let him off the hook a little bit, given how shite we were last season, because everyone was quite shite. I mean,
yeah, the whole team was just.
Doesn't need to be said, but and hello, Artisan. I hope you're doing well. Carl says, I think he's available for about 25 million. Is that Paulinho talking about? I assume it is. 25 million, 30 years old. I mean, we could probably get a few years out of him.
I suppose we just got to trust in Thomas Frank, haven't we?
We do.
You know what he did at Brentford? He was buying players for like 2, 3, 4, 5 mil and turning them in. Look at the striker that Man United want. They bought him for 5 mil or something ridiculous, and now they're charging 70 mil for him. They know what they're doing. They've got that thing they do, the whole Moneyball thing, where they look at players who are undervalued. I think Ollie Watkins was one of theirs as well. Just buy these players who are undervalued in certain positions, and then they put them in the correct positions. And they do so much research on these players now to make sure they haven't got terrible attitude problems.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of so good management, as in this man management is so good nowadays for a lot of people. I think Ange was good at man management. He just had he had worse tactics than my secondary school rugby teacher when he was managing our football team.
Ironically, he's still a Spurs legend at the end of the day.
Yeah, he is, despite everything.
I really liked him as a person.
He was a Malacca as well.
Yeah, he definitely knows what that word means. He definitely knew what to say. He was getting a lot of crap from the media, so
he deserved it as well.
It was quite a satisfying ending for him in a way. Not the second bit, just the mic drop of him winning a trophy and him being called a clown and all that rubbish. But yeah, it was great for him. It was great for us. We definitely enjoyed it. It was nearly 2 months ago already. It's approaching the 2-month mark, which is crazy.
Yeah. Do you think? I mean, this rumor about WISSA to Spurs. Do you really think we need another attacker? I think we got the same now.
Well, Cryfax says injuries last season. Yeah, they were ridiculous. Well, that's the thing.
Hi, Cryfax.
Hello, Cryfax. Spurs are still interested in Yoane Wissa, but the signing of Mohamed Kudus means he is less of a priority than before. So he was definitely someone we have been looking at, and we've known about that even before we signed Kudus, because, I mean, if he's going to go anyway, it might be us if he was to choose to go somewhere so he could be back with Thomas Frank.
Right.
Apparently Newcastle are looking at him, but they are less advanced than Spurs in the pursuit. But I mean, Vissa's he can play a striker, Vissa, but and a striker might be someone we need to look at. Again, sell Richarlison. And there is something I need to do mention about Richarlison while I'm here. Apparently, I don't know if it's true. There is a rumor that Palmeiras are looking to buy Richarlison.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
But do you know how much they're apparently offering? I don't know if it's true or not. There is a rumor that Palmeiras are looking. Oh, I can hear myself.
Sorry,
they are offering 55 million. I don't know if that's true.
No, that's loads.
It's nearly as much. I think that's more than we spent on him, or about the same.
What's that in pesos?
I think it might be euros, but it's ridiculous if it's true. I do think he might leave this season. I think it'd be a good time for him to go. I don't think he would mind leaving.
Moaka's put in a good comment there.
Mark Emmy has said we need to have patience with Frank. There's a lot of work to do with this group of players with playing Champions League and Premier League. Not enough time on the training ground. Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the frustrating things of getting a new manager. It's sort of the whole, you need to sort of wait for the whole build up. But this seems quite exciting what he's building so far. He's a likable guy. I'm sure he's going to be a massive influence in the dressing room. I think we can already see that. Seen some of his training videos already. He's definitely someone I can have patience for, 100%. He's someone I've liked before he was at Spurs, but there's 100% a lot of work to do now that we're back in the Champions League. That's big as well. It's going to be a big test for him. He's never managed a Champions League team before.
I think looking at our squad and the signings we've made, he's actually just got less excuses now. You've got quality cover in every single position.
Yeah.
So if someone gets injured, you can just slot another player in there. It's not like we're relying on Timo Werner now.
There's quality there.
Look, we got in the front. We got Johnson, we got Tell, we got Richarlison, we've got Son. Yeah, how could I forget about Son? I mean, I didn't, but
you said Johnson. I guess that counts as two.
Oh yeah. There's so many. That's just like, there's so much cover in there, and then you got Lucas Baraval. You've got other players who've played a bit more. Lancashire, Mikey Moore. They've played a role, and they've scored goals, all of them.
Even in the struggling times.
Yeah, there's been tough times, but these players, they're professionals.
Absolutely.
And they're slotting in. They've got a better coach than they had before.
Absolutely. I think Frank's going to be the man.
Yeah,
I think the man to change it.
He knows what to do. Tactically, he knows.
I hope so. I mean, hopefully, I do hope it translates well with our squad. I'm confident it will, but just is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. If I can speak, I always struggle to speak on stream. Sometimes, it's like I start stuttering, like I'm stage nose. I don't know. I struggle to get my words out.
I know we're playing Champions League and the Premier League, like Awaka's saying, but there's no excuse. You just have to treat each game like a cup final.
Yeah, I mean,
and try to do what it takes to win each game. The personnel are there. Obviously, there's ridiculous things going on. You look at Liverpool might be spending 180 million on two strikers. How can they spend 180 million on two strikers? Florian Wirtz and that Akitike was his name.
Yeah, he scored against us for
Eintracht. Like, he's a good player, but where are they pulling that money out of? They've also just bought. I think they bought a new right back and a new left back as well. It's like just pulling money out of.
I don't know, mate.
It's crazy. It's crazy amounts of money flying around.
Yeah, man.
Who do you think this season is going to be the surprise package? I think every season has a surprise package.
Yeah.
Do you think Man United are going to turn it around? If they do, it's going to make things very interesting.
Just before I get to that, I'd just like to say thank you, Aaron Quinn, so much for subscribing. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. What do you mean, surprise package, as in surprise team, or like just?
Yeah. Do you think it's going to be a surprise team? Do you think Man United will turn it around?
I don't. I think they're actually struggling more now. I mean, I've been saying they're struggling to get Mbeumo over the line. That should have been done for them a while, but Brentford are now asking for more money.
Apparently, we've just hired a bunch of like executives that they sacked.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but surprise team. That's a good question. I think Sunderland.
Really?
I think Sunderland. Yeah, they've been going ham in the transfer market. They've been signing players off players. One problem is a lot of them are
crap.
No, it's going to sound really out of context. A lot of them are from Africa, and there's going to be the AFCON in January, so they're going to lose some of those players for a little bit, I think.
No, these are things people need to take into account, and I don't think enough players. The thing with AFCON is it's every 2 years. Unlike the European Championships, it's every 2 years.
Yeah.
Cryfax. I agree with Cryfax there, man.
It's definitely Richie's time.
I don't think Sunderland are going to be a surprise. I don't know if it's Rich. I like the thing with Richie is I think he could have done really, really well if he joined when we still had Kane, so he never really played in his own position, and he was injured all the time. But when he did play in his normal position and got a run in it, he was good at scoring goals. But he's never had that chance. I just think I have to agree with Cryfax when it comes to Sunderland. I think all the teams that have come up are going to struggle. Sunderland have, except for when they had, Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips, they've just been ass for like 20 years. And the thing is, like, they'll try and sign players, but no one wants to move to Sunderland because the only thing there is a everyman cinema and the football team, and that's it.
Well, I mean, it's right next to Newcastle, and people join there. I mean,
everyone who signs for Sunderland goes to live in Newcastle.
No, I think Sunderland are going to be a surprise team. I think this is going to be they're going to be one of the teams to surprise everyone. I do think so. They've been splashing the cash, mate. I think they're going to be a bit of a surprise.
They've been wasting the cash. They're absolute ball bags.
Well, they've had a really tough few years, and I think now they're really going to be pushing to stay in the Prem because, I mean, I'm going to be honest, as a neutral, I think it's where they belong. Seriously, I do. I'm not just saying that because I watched the Sunderland documentary not that long ago and I enjoyed it. I'm saying it because I genuinely do think this is where they belong and they're going to fight for their place. Cryfax earlier said a throwing competition. I know what they're referencing. They're referencing there was a picture it was a player's Snapchat, I think, and there was a whiteboard, or it wasn't a whiteboard, it was a projector, and it was a bunch of stuff from one of the coaches talking about things to do or something like that, and one of them was a throwing competition. Who can do the best throw-ins and longest. I heard that Kevin Danso won that competition, so he might be our throw-in man.
Secret weapon.
Yeah. Which is great, but yeah, it's quite funny.
It'd be interesting to see these new players, how Thomas Frank gets them playing, because like Pedro Porro is a very attacking wing back, isn't he?
Yeah.
He plays the same way under Thomas Frank. It'll be very interesting to see that. I generally think, though, like Spurs fans have always been very hard on Spurs players. I mean, I have to admit, like, I look at certain Spurs players and I think we're a little bit unfair on them. Like Serge Aurier. People are yeah. I think Cryfax has just pointed something out as well. Like, they scored the most goals from throw-ins. I think Brentford also scored the most goals inside the first minute and a half of games, didn't they?
Oh, was that one of those games? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one against us.
When Mbeumo scored under a minute, I remember literally, I hadn't just sat down, but I was sitting there watching the game, and I just remember watching the cross come in, and Mbeumo just jumped in the air and volleyed it into the top of the corner. I was like, "Are you joking? Are you taking the absolute piss?"
I wasn't sitting down now.
It was against Brentford. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. It was a interesting spectacle, but then Johnson got one back I watched Dom Solanke score his first Spurs goal, and then Madison Silva.
Solanke, he's a good old-fashioned centre forward. I just want to see him score more goals, man.
I think he's going to score. Is going to have a better season. He's scored plenty of goals for us last season, and again, I know I don't need to keep mentioning it. We struggled. 3 matches in a row they scored in the first minute. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they were annoying.
Had to be against us as well. It didn't matter in the end, but
no, they're a good team. I just apparently, according to rumours that before Slot took over Liverpool, Thomas Frank was about this close to becoming.
Oh, really?
So he's so highly thought of within the game.
That would have been a massive leap for him. I feel like the pressure would have been on.
Just so you know, the England Lionesses are getting absolutely pummeled still 2-0.
Oh, they're still losing.
Yeah, Lionesses are trash, mate. They've dropped the ball. And not that we care, but I just thought I'd fill everyone in. Yeah, so I think this season's looking good. I think we've got almost too many players, certainly in midfield. And what I would like is for us to have enough gaps for us to play some of the younger players.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mikey Moore, Alfie Gray, even Lancashire. And you looked at that game against Elfsborg we played last season, all 3 scorers were like youngsters.
Yeah.
I say youngsters, but Dane Scarlett isn't like 22 years old.
Yeah.
He's not a youngster anymore.
I mean, young, but not a young.
Yeah, he should probably go out on loan again.
I mean, I was saying I feel like he could leave. I mean, I love him, but I don't know if he's ever going to really get a play.
Yeah, I think if I was 23 years old, 22, 23, and I wasn't getting a regular look in, I'd just say, look. And, I'd go abroad.
Would you? He seems to have struggled, when he has gone out on loan, he seems to have struggled to get his bearings a little bit.
Yeah. I think when you're young, you don't take things as seriously. So the same thing happened with Marcus Edwards when he went on loan to Ipswich or one of these teams. I can't remember which team it was, but apparently he was always turning up late. He just wasn't taking it seriously.
Yeah, that's a big shame.
And there's been other players who've done that. Bradley Wright Phillips. He was dropping down the divisions, and then one day he realised that he needed to stop playing FIFA on PlayStation until 4 in the morning because it was affecting his career. And when he took it seriously, he went to New York Red Bulls and became their record goal scorer of all time because he just took it seriously.
Yeah,
these youngsters, they've got to take it seriously, but also when you get to 21, 22, realize, and you haven't broken into the first team of like an A-list Premier League team, you got to look at it and think, I'm not going to break in. I should try something else. I think what Madueke did was really interesting because he was a Spurs player. He refused to sign a contract. I think he went to final. Did he, or PSV? He left Spurs. He wouldn't sign a contract, and he went to the Dutch league, tore up trees, and then got signed over here for Chelsea. Yeah. He's going to Arsenal. He's played it right, and Bellingham did it. The other Bellingham's done it. Yeah, there's a lot of players who are going down that route now, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, if you're not going to break through, like you look at Spurs' midfield, I think they've got 7 or 8 like internationals. If you're a youngster coming through and you look in front of you at these guys with tree trunk legs, you're like, yeah, I'm going to play in a different league for a little while.
Yeah,
I think the Dutch league and the German league are really good leagues for younger players.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they are. I do respect them as leagues, to be honest with you. I do.
They're good leagues.
I mean, especially the Dutch league. I think they're the best for youngsters. Probably, if not the best. I mean, we know they've got some of the best developments. I mean, Ajax, it's a great example. Yeah. I know it's not been the same the past few years, but I mean, we won't forget their 2019 Champions League run before we ruined them.
Like Krythax just said, the Premier is a really tough league, and
it's a very physical.
But it is really tough to get through, and this is one of the things that makes me laugh when people slag off like Jamie O'Hara, who used to play for Spurs. You know what? He played in the Premier League for Spurs. We can laugh at him all we want because he talks gibberish on TalkSport, but the fact is, he's like the top 0.001 players in the world because he played in the Premier League. If you can play in the Premier League, you're up there.
Exactly, man. That's one for the CV.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Kudos to anyone who makes it and lasts a season or half a season in the Premier League.
Yeah,
You got
it cracks me up now. It cracks me up now that West Ham, now that we've got Kudus, all the West Ham fans suddenly just don't rate him and said he was rubbish. I think he wishes he was Jared Bowen. Like, shut up, what are you talking about?
Under David Moyes, he was brilliant. And then the next season, they played him out of position or played him in a way he didn't want to be played in.
And also,
so he went off the boil, didn't he? And also, it's Graham Potter tactics. Graham Potter's basically, it's like your PE teachers.
Graham Plopper.
Graham Potter would never have been a Premier League manager if he hadn't gone to Sweden.
Yeah,
I mean, even coaches need to go abroad.
Frank came from his home country, Denmark.
Yeah, but he was like a coach in a small team, wasn't he?
Yeah, but still, I mean, you got to start.
No, I'm just saying, what he did was really good, and more people need to do it. Who's the manager of Southampton now? Will Still, is it? Still,
he is now. Yeah, he's come from.
Yeah, he learned how to be a football manager. He started off playing Championship Manager.
Or Football Manager, one of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the stupidest thing you've ever... It's the kind of thing that I used to imagine doing when I was 13 years old. But you know what? Fair play to him, man. And then he went to Belgium and then France. And now he's with Southampton. I hope it goes well for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think Southampton
probably take these non-traditional routes into getting where we want to go. If there's people who are watching this, and if they choose to get into football coaching and go abroad, learn another language, do something, and then you can find your own way into football as an analyst or a coach. People can do this stuff. People do it. We're seeing it now.
100%.
For real.
Yeah, man. It's an interesting world out there, football wise. Definitely. Yeah, it's crazy. We'll get on to the next topic.
Okay.
It's a little bit of speculation at the moment, but it's been something has been mentioned. Or quickly point out what Artisan said. I dream of a day when Robbie Keane takes over. He's been doing bits abroad for a while now. I forgot about that. What's he doing now?
Is he at Ferencváros, the Hungarian champions?
Is it Ferencváros?
Yeah.
We beat him in the Europa League, actually.
Yeah, but I also think Sergei Rebrov was their manager for a while as well. So you got Sergei Rebrov and Robbie Keane, two ex-Spurs coaches, like floating around the continent doing management jobs. But they tend to take the biggest club in the smallest league, so they're guaranteed to win stuff. I think Robbie Keane, he's won stuff in Israel as well for some of their stuff.
Oh, right.
Pretty funny.
I mean, I think our banter era is over now, so I don't know about a Robbie Keane take. I can't picture him as a manager.
He might be a good coach. Michael Carrick, he's probably a good coach as well. I'll get Michael Carrick.
I just can't.
He's been sacked by Middlesbrough.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird, man. It's a weird world, Robbie Keane. I mean, I think he was still playing when I went to one of my first matches. I don't know if he was still at Spurs at that point, but it's crazy. Yeah, gosh, how long it's been? It's crazy. 2012. Can't believe it. Can't believe it, man. I'm just getting to what I was about to say a minute ago. So the rumours are, when it will be announced, I'm not too sure, that there's going to be a large investment at Tottenham Hotspur. A large sponsorship deal. It's not the only changes. The changes will see a management reshuffle as well as new roles. Daniel Levy is likely to stay, but possibly in a different or reduced and even maybe a non-football related role. It's massive. We're also rumoured to be closing in on a mega naming rights and potentially part ownership deal with the largest oil company, Saudi Arabian giant Aramco. And I might just point out their president, CEO, Amin H. Nasser, is thought to be worth around 23 billion. It's crazy. If it does come to light, it's probably got something to do with maybe a stadium name deal, which we've been trying to work out for years. It's been talked about. I think probably before we open a new stadium, that we promised a stadium name rights. We are working towards clinching a lucrative naming rights deal for the stadium. 6 years. That's how long it's been since we opened the stadium. With others adamant that funds either from owners ENIC or outside investment will be pumped into the club. There's been talks about that from Saudi Arabian money, and also apparently American businessmen have been talking. What are your thoughts on that?
The Americans are getting way more involved in football abroad.
I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you.
Well, you look at the Scottish Premier League. I think about half the teams now are owned by Yanks, and a lot of the Premier League is now, and even some EFL clubs, like for example, I think Swansea, Luton, and there's a few other ones where the Yanks are all coming through. But America's where if you want to get super rich and you start a business in America and then you invest it abroad in other things. So I think who would you want in charge? Who would you want in charge of Spurs? Do you want an oil Arab? Or do you want an American capitalist?
No, I would. I don't like what the American businessmen have been doing to football. To be honest with you, I don't think they have a clue what they're doing. I don't like the way
they understand.
But I don't like the way their influence has been. I don't like the way their influence has been on football. I guess the same could be said for Saudi Arabia in a sense.
Yeah, they're not football people.
In a sense, sure, but they've got money.
Look at Chelsea. What did they just won the Club World Cup? I know we
laugh at it. Didn't know what the hell he was doing. What did their owner do? He sacked Thomas Tuchel after winning the Champions League, and the Chelsea fans are still pissed off about it. I know they are. They think it's one of the worst.
They're just spoiled then.
Spoiled though, I'd be pissed off, to be honest. And they had to then suffer with Graham Potter and Mauricio Pochettino, and they had some of their worst seasons over the last few years. I know it's a bit of a different story now, but they spent. And another thing, what they're doing in the transfer market,
they spent over $1 billion.
3 billion, I think. It's a mess, mate. I'd rather someone who knew what they were doing a bit more.
They've just won the Club World Cup. I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Todd. I don't think it's their owner Todd who's actually at the front line now, doing all the business stuff. I think he's in a different role now, because I don't know if that's now or later, or I don't know if it's even happened or not. But
they're still winning. They're still spending tons of money. They're still hoarding loads of players. It feels very strange. I still feel like Tottenham are still our club, and that's the nice thing about having Levy here. It still feels like our club. I think when you get someone like Todd Boehly in, you look at their turnover of players, like you can't get any sort of connection with the players because they're being sold and bought and sold and bought and sold and bought. So they've maintained like a high standard of performance, but there's very little. It's very strange in that there's not really a connection. I wouldn't.
Yeah, Levy's English, so yeah.
They don't have a Ben Davis. I know Spurs fans might go, lucky them, or maybe Chelsea fans. But Ben Davis is he's been at Spurs for 10, 11 years, man.
Yeah.
He's that calming influence in the.
Don't hear much about him, to be honest.
It provides continuity, and that I think we need to reward loyalty and hard work. More hard work. Hard work is way better. Hard work for me shows loyalty. If you're at a company and you're working harder each year, that's loyalty, rather than staying at a company each year and just doing the same and not asking for a transfer. That's not loyalty.
Yeah.
You just need to keep improving all the time. And I think that's the nice thing about. I suppose it goes both ways. I think if Son was English, he would have been run out of town quite a while ago.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because he's had some real dips in form, and it would have been he's worth more at the club than he is, I think, any transfer fee we could get from him at the minute.
Right.
That's why I think we've kept him. I think we could have sold him, and if he hadn't been Korean and had such an influence with the Korean fans,
Yeah, I mean, he's done wonders
He
for
had
the
a
economy.
he had an average season last season, didn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he had probably his worst Spurs season last season. I think now everyone's factoring in his age and stuff like that. People are saying, "Oh, I wouldn't mind if he's going." He's only got a year left in his contract. Should read out some of the comments here. So Cryfax said, "I think Levy for the business side of Spurs has been great, but for the football operation side, he's been a bit less helpful, so to say." Yeah, I mean, he's definitely done some fantastic things for Spurs. Not ever going to deny that. State of the art stadium, state of the art training facilities. He has kept us consistent over the years. He's done some great things. It's
the
just
way he's kept Spurs competitive is making the stadium multi-use.
yeah, he's definitely
So the
yeah.
foresight he's had, and he's made it attractive to American investors with the whole. It's set up for NFL. It's actually set up for an NFL team.
It's a big deal for
It's
that.
an
Yeah,
incredible bit of foresight, seeing that the Americans are all getting involved. The reason that Americans haven't bought it is because it's run too well. It's too good. Like financially, they like to buy something that's slightly distressed and cheap. Spurs ain't cheap because Spurs is doing too well.
no, it's
When you
valued.
say Spurs haven't been doing too well on the football side, they've still been getting to finals, even without team investment, because the amount of money they put into the stadium, they under Poch, they weren't able to refresh the team, which is what Poch was asking for.
I mean, that's
He said that particular squad was coming to the end of its life cycle. He was totally right as well. Like the next season cost him his job, but he wasn't allowed to refresh. He was buying shit players like Clinton NG and Kevin Nduku, whatever his name is. Just like ass players, man. They did the same with Harry Redknapp. It's like, oh, we need new players, and he bought Ryan Nelson. Like, mate, and who was it? Louis Saha. It's just like this.
I remember him.
Stopgap nonsense. Do you remember? I think it was when Berbatov was sold, and they replaced him with Fraser Campbell, Danny Campbell, or something. Danny Graham. I can't remember. It was just these.
Is it Fraser Campbell? You're thinking
Fraser Campbell, but there was a Danny player. It was like these just players who were just complete ass. I think he's done brilliantly on the football side of things. I saw a stat. Audio's just pointed out. I saw a stat about Luke Shaw. The amount of days he's missed through injury. He's worse than Phil Jones. It's like I don't know what's going on with his body, but Ben Davies at least
he had a very bad injury at some point. Really.
Yeah, but then he's just kept on being injured. Ben Davies at least has always been ready, almost always been ready to get on the pitch and get involved. Luke Shaw was just he should go on a wheelchair or something. Yeah, Sun does bring a lot for the Korean fan for sure. And we've signed. There's a Korean player we've loaned to QPR.
Yeah, he's come back from his loan, Min Hyuk Yang.
Yeah,
it's definitely a bit of investment going on there. Whether he can live up to Sun, though, that's the question.
No one can live up to Sun. Sun is like god of Korean football.
I mean, him and Park Ji-sung, they absolutely love him over there. He's worshipped.
My original favourite Spurs Korean player was Lee Young-pyo, our right-footed left back that Martin Yol bought.
I think I'm too young for him.
Yeah, he was good.
Weird, actually, the way I've just put that.
I'm too young for Lee Young-pyo. What? You're all legal, mate. You're legal.
What was his name? What did you say his name was?
Lee Young-pyo. Pyo is P-Y-O.
I think there might have actually just been some news about him. I don't know if it was him.
That was like 25, 30 years ago.
No, actually, I'm thinking of a different player. Okay, never mind. I think it was a. I think
Are
it
you
was
trying to say they all look alike?
No, mate, shut up, man. Oh, we got to say that. No, it was a former Spurs Japanese player. I don't know if you can remember our last Japanese
Toda.
Might have been.
Toda, he was absolute trash.
Well, apparently he's actually absolutely praised Kota Takai, coming in saying he's one of the best, if not the best, in Japan.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I think, like I was saying earlier, we've got cover everywhere.
Yeah,
quality cover, and a lot of it just requires the players to step up.
It's just one of those things with potential. It's very unnerving when a player signs.
Yeah. You don't know if they're going to be good or not.
No, it's a thing that we've seen a lot of Spurs. Like Arsenal basically just said, right, Yang might as well be Brian Hill's twin brother. Can't see him making it. I think it's one of those situations I can understand where you're coming from as well. Definitely on that point. Don't know if he'll quite make it physically. I mean, it's a massive jump, J League to Premier League, like straight to it. No sort of middle journey where it's going through the Dutch leagues or, other leagues, but straight to the Prem. I think, yeah, you definitely get loaned out, maybe the Championship.
Loan him out to the Dutch league.
Loan him out to the Dutch league. I know he needs to get a bit of a taste of English football, mate, if he's going to make it.
Taste a bit of full English.
I think that's probably why we've then gone down at Min Hyuk Yang, just stuck him straight in that. Yeah, mate. No, we need you for the future. And Levy's like, we need you. You're replacing Son, mate. We need you.
Who have we got? What African players have we got? We've got Sarr Bissouma.
Kudus.
Danso? Was he German?
I don't know if he's...
Because we need to look at the AFCON coming up. Who's going?
He's Austrian. He's Austrian.
Ah, cool. Danso is safe then.
Okay, safe. Well, Kudus... Oh, England have scored, by the way. The women.
Yay.
So...
Come on, bitches.
Kudus won't be in the AFCON because his country, Ghana, didn't qualify, believe it or not.
Hey!
So he's safe from that.
Thank God his team is shit. I mean, no good.
Who else have we got? Is that it? That's it.
Cool.
That's it. You've named them all.
I think a lot of African players are really great, but I think back in the day, you won't remember this because you're too young, but Spurs were really, really struggling, and they bought a player called Freddie Canute. Spurs were sliding down towards the relegation, and Freddie Canute, who had already played for like the French under-21s and all that, he suddenly turned around and went, actually, I'm going to play for Mali now. And he had to leave Spurs while they were in the crap, so he could go and kick around some dreadful, like just I'm going to play for my dad's team. Like, mate, you absolutely suck.
He was at West Ham, wasn't he? Or was that after?
Yeah, he came from West Ham to Spurs, and Spurs fans got really annoyed with him because he did this stuff. And he went to Sevilla, and then I think a couple of years later we played them in the UEFA Cup.
He won 2 Europa Leagues.
He scored against Spurs during that, and he was really happy about it. And ever since, he was a good player, but he was so annoying for that. Just for when Spurs were in trouble, and he decided that actually he wasn't French anymore. And I don't mind AFCON. I just don't think it should be on every 2 years. I think that's too much.
Oh, maybe it's the timing, though, isn't it?
No, it's every like the European Championship is every 4 years. The World Cup's every 4 years. Yeah. AFCON should be every 4 years. It should get into line with everything. I think the South American one, I don't know if that's, someone needs to check that up in the chat, is the South American version of the Champions Euros. Is it the same? Is it 2 years or 4 years? Because if it's 2 years, it's madness.
I forget what it's called.
Footballers can't take that level of, you at some point, all these players are going to get to the age of 40 and 45 and end up in wheelchairs. Yeah, I've had my hips replaced at the age of 35 because I spent my entire life running.
The amount of games, that players are playing and stuff, it is quite crazy.
Well, even players from back in the day, like Roy Keane's had his hips replaced, and a lot of other players do, and they're not old men. They're not old. I know people think anything over 40 years old, but it ain't old. Cristiano Ronaldo is still playing. The guy's an absolute machine.
He's just turned 40. It's crazy.
Yes, he's signed for 2 more years, hasn't he?
I don't know. He did sign a contract. I don't know how long it is. Right, I'm having a look now since you mentioned it. The Copa America is what it's called.
Is it 2 years or 4 years?
If I can speak. Quadrennial.
So,
yeah, I think it's every 4 years.
Well, that makes sense.
History, hosts, I don't know. Yeah, it does make sense. I don't know why AFCON is 2 years. Don't know what that's about. I think
Crythex has just said, I'm not sure if it'll happen or not, but I think Son's time might be up, and perhaps it might be better to sell him now whilst he still has value. I kind of thought that this should have been his last season. He ended on a high. We finally won a trophy, and then we could finally get some money for him. But
where would he go? Who would buy him?
Well, Fenerbahce,
Barcelona.
Fenerbahce.
I don't think he'd go to Fenerbahce. I think he's still got a bit in him. Maybe not in the Prem.
No,
but
Fenerbahce. He's too. I think he's just his legs are going. His speed isn't where it was.
No, I don't
I
think
wonder
so.
if he was carrying like 2 or 3 years ago. He was carrying an injury and he wasn't the same. And I think this season either time's got up with him or he's carrying an injury again. And in which case, you know, he's been here for a long time. He's finally won a trophy. He get a nice deal for him finally. Just take it while we can. I love Son.
Oh yeah,
He's an
absolutely.
absolute Spurs legend. However, leave with some dignity and not as some super sub.
Yeah, man. I mean, he was. People were asking the other day where he was because he wasn't pictured in training, but all the Sun FC fans, not Tottenham fans, Sun fans, they are. I'm not being critical here, but they are quite. Some of them are quite
Intense.
Yeah, I'm trying to like find the word that doesn't sound rude. They're quite. I don't know. Entitled, is that the word?
England scored again.
Oh, they scored again. It's 2-2.
Yeah,
Oh,
2-2.
good for them. This is going to make all the headlines. It's quite frustrating the way they come about. If you say anything negative about Sun, they will come and jump right on your ass. Right
Nice.
on your ass.
That sounds like a bonus. Where do I meet these people?
Yeah, I don't know if they're thinking like that though. They are absolutely ruthless.
They're fanboys, basically, is what you're saying.
They are. You can't criticize anything about Son if he has a bad game. Even if you say the most reasonable thing, like people have been saying, "Oh, I think Son should probably leave," with all due respect, and they'll be like, "How dare you? How dare you?" It's like, mate, you don't actually come to watch the games for Spurs.
It happens to every player.
It does. I love Son.
Ronaldo.
I have respect for the fans, but don't be going saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? You've been a club for the fan of the club for I don't even know how long. I don't even know if they are a fan of the club. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just frustrating when people say that stuff.
I'm furious.
I am absolutely livid. I am. That's what Lee Gunner would say. I tell you what. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think I'm very hopeful for this season. We've got a good coach. We've got a good coaching setup. The team's just won something. We've got some brilliant replacements. Some of the other players may need moving on. Hopefully, it's not like Bentancur.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep Bentancur.
No, I think we should keep him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's had some injury issues. I just remembered him I was just remembering like Saar, Bissouma. There's all these players who have the same sort of role within the team.
Yeah, again, I said it before.
I didn't mention him as an attacking player earlier.
He's great.
I've mentioned him before. He's like got one gear. He just he gets into third gear and dribbles. In that respect, he's like a more effective Lamella.
Yeah. I think Kudus would be great.
I'm really hopeful for this season, and I'm even more hopeful because I finally managed to get a season ticket.
Yeah, mate. I was shocked when you messaged me. I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
going to the first home game, weren't we?
Yeah, so I'm so glad I didn't get a season ticket for last season because I'd have just been depressed all the time watching.
Hopefully, it won't be a repeat. I mean, bloody hell. I mean, all the games I went to last year.
Good football. Our first match is against Burnley. What's your prediction?
I'm going to go 3-0.
To Spurs.
Oh, yes, Spurs. Not to Scott
Now,
Parker.
what about Marcus Edwards? He's ex-Spurs. He's playing for Burnley. Do you think he's going to score?
No.
Obviously not.
I just said 3-0.
You just said 3-0. Yeah. And then they've got Kyle Walker and they've got their other ex-Spurs, Scotty Parker.
Yeah. So they might be quite up for it. So they might grab a goal. I'm hopeful that we can get the win. I mean, we're playing against a newly promoted team here, so I mean, realistically, we should win, but we're Spurs, so I mean, last season, all the games I went to, we won. So fingers crossed. It was the Brentford game, and then I went to the Carabao game. I went to that with you. I mean, I only went to 2 games. Adam has said Brentford won't sell Mbeumo and WISSA. If WISSA goes to be Newcastle, I think. Well, I mean, if Mbeumo is going anywhere, he's going to go to Man United. We know we're not going to go for him. We don't. I don't think we need him at this point. And you said the WISSA if he goes to Newcastle, maybe. I said earlier in the stream that
I don't think we need him.
No, I don't think we do need him now. We've got Kudus. I will say what I said earlier is that apparently, in terms of the stages of advancing in the deal, apparently Spurs are closer, and that could be something to do with Thomas Frank.
It will be everything to do with Thomas Frank.
100%. I mean, I don't know if he. I mean, he might join Newcastle. It might. I think Brentford are really going to struggle next season. They've
only if they sell everyone. I think because they've been doing this Moneyball thing, they've always got. I think it's at least they've got 3 names for each team. So if say like Mbeumo, they'll have 3 other players that they've got totally researched and tracked.
Yeah.
To replace Mbeumo. And it's the same with WISSA. They've got 3 other players that they've been looking at using their Moneyball stats XG thing. Yeah. So that's how they run their business. They buy players to sell them at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times the markup of what they bought. So they'll be out there looking at lower division players. The problem is if you strip too many of the first team, but he's just the coach. Like all the football side's run by someone else. They're gonna rinse it. It's fine. They're going to replace players. It's just whether then is it Keith Andrews, their new coach, or
the set piece coach you got rejected?
Yeah, the set piece coach. We just don't know if he's going to be as good a coach as Thomas Frank.
No, it's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting. I think there will be a wobble, especially if they're selling some of these big experienced players. Whether they'll manage to keep it up, but you know what?
We'll find out.
I'm really interested to see what Brentford do because they've got a really interesting coaching and player buy-in model.
They'll just be trying to score from throw-ins in the first minute all season.
Yeah. First minute throw-ins with a set piece.
That would be.
We need to buy someone who can throw the ball directly into the box.
Absolutely. Adam also said, "Hurry up and sell Richarlison." Yeah, we were saying. I think it's definitely his time to go. I don't think.
But he's still good. Like if he plays in his position,
he'd be decent for another team.
If he wasn't so injury prone, I'd say keep him. But I think he's too injury prone. And if people want to pay 55, 60 million for him, like, hell yeah. But,
I'll take that from Palmeiras happily.
Take that. I think you're being unfair to Ben Davis because he's just signed a new contract. He's a senior guy in the dressing room.
I think my stance on Davies is that if because he's just extended his contract 2 years. If Wrexham stay in the Championship next season, then maybe he might go. If they don't, I don't think he will. I don't think he will then play in League One. I think Championship towards the end of his career at his home country. Yeah, sure. I think that'll probably be what happens. Then I know they were looking at him earlier. I don't know if they could afford him though. How much money have they got? But you also said Newcastle in for Sesko. Who are we going for? Calvert-Lewin. Who, Spurs going for Calvert-Lewin? I bloody better not be because no, thank you. I do not want Calvert-Lewin at this.
Calvert-Lewin's wears more dresses and handbags than he does score goals. Rubbish.
He does. I don't think he's
Man United going for him, wasn't it? And all the Man.
I think they were livid about it, and they're like, no. And I don't know. I don't know if Wrexham will serve David. Like I said, maybe next season.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, fair play to him. He deserves a little payday. He's been a very faithful servant. I don't hate any Spurs player. Like any Spurs player who gives 110% for the shirt. Do you know what? Good for you. I just don't think Ben Davis was good for Postecoglou's tactics, which was all highline. You needed really far. You needed 4 Mickey van der Vens.
Yeah. 100%. Arsenal had Varsity Scarlett and Lancashire, Dominic Calvert. I would as well. You know,
I'd love that. We don't need DCL, man. No one needs DCL.
No, I mean
for the ladies' team.
If he'd been let go by Everton, I can't imagine it. Yeah, he got let go by Everton. That's why everyone's in the potentially in the market.
God. He was such a waste of space. Like everyone was waiting for him to come good, and he never came good. He was just. And I don't think he ever hit double figures in a season, as in the Premier League. He might have, including if you include goals from cup games or whatever. But yeah, nothing special, man.
I'm pretty sure he scored against us at some point, which wouldn't surprise me. That'd be.
Everyone's
he's 28. He scored 3 Premier League goals last season in 26 matches. Yeah, he's been at Everton since 2016. It's a long time, actually. I didn't realize it was that long. So he originally came from Sheffield United. He didn't even
like Kyle Walker, Kyle Norton.
Oh,
who's the player that Sheffield United signed from Liverpool, and he was supposed to be
Ryan Brewster? Are you thinking of?
Yeah, he was supposed to be. Ryan Brewster was supposed to be the absolute dogs, and he scored like 5 goals in 4 years. It's been an absolute sack of cat.
Last season he played 39 matches, scored 4 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah, trash. It's good for Liverpool.
Actually, he's just left Sheffield United.
Oh, right.
His contract's just gone up, so
we got.
He was there for 5 years.
Will Lancashire is a good player. Like he's from Sheffield United, and he was absolutely smacking the ball in the back of the net for their younger teams. And when he came to Spurs, he was smashing it.
Yeah.
Jordan Ibe was another Liverpool.
Jordan Ibe's an interesting story. I do know about him.
He's the guy who's non-league now.
Yeah, he's really suffered. He apparently really suffered with mental health.
A bit like the old Spurs players, Stephen Corker.
Oh yeah, he's still playing.
He was a brilliant defender, and he had real problems with. He was an alcoholic and a gambler and stuff.
Oh, really?
Daniel Levy apparently went up to him when he was leaving Spurs and said, "You will never play at this level ever again." And it was. But after Spurs, after Spurs, I think he went to Cardiff.
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
Liverpool took him on loan.
Well, he went
for a few games, but he kept getting arrested because he was going out getting drunk.
Yeah,
and when he was drunk, he was an absolute nightmare. So what he did in the end, I think the only way he turned his career around is he eventually went to Turkey and played there. And they don't.
Playing in Iceland now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was that good though. He scored on his debut for England as well. But it's very rare that you hear about players with their mental health. There's a lack of support around them sometimes, but some of them it's just too bad for them to be able to pull through it. And Corker was one of them. Unfortunately, he had the skill, he had everything to be a top professional, except for the mental side of the game. Shame.
Yeah. But we're having a look at his career path here. It's just weird.
We're all different, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're all
man. It's sad. It is kind of sad in a way, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. Unfortunately. That's just how it is in the football world. Oh yes, yeah. I heard about that, and Modric as well. That's what I'm talking about. Americans. Apart from Modric.
Oh yeah, Gareth Bale's tried to buy Cardiff as well.
Was it Cardiff?
Yeah, he tried to buy Cardiff.
Yeah, that's interesting. All these players buying teams now.
Wrexham's been bought by Deadpool and the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, watched a couple of seasons.
Been bought by Snoop Dogg, and Gareth Bale's trying to buy Cardiff, which at least makes sense.
That makes sense.
Apparently, Vincent Tan doesn't want to sell because since he bought the team, he's sunk like 40 million into it, and he at least wants to make some of his money back. But there's a famous old saying. And it says, if you want to make a small fortune in owning a football club, first have a large fortune. Then you buy a club and lose it all, and then you get a small fortune.
Crazy stuff, mate. Crazy stuff. I've got a question for you. Who do you think will be Spurs' top goal scorer next season?
Ooh, good one. Who's our... So we've got Tau, we've got Son, we've got Solanke, Kulusevski, Johnson.
And we can now say Kudus.
Kudus, or is he more like a Madison?
What?
Okay, we'll say Lancashire more.
I don't know if Lancashire will get any games.
That's ludicrous though, isn't it? Like 7.
We've got a lot of attacking options, yeah.
That's all very good.
No, I have an injury crisis.
I think it's like this season. It's going to be a toss-up between, and it depends on tactics, but it's going to be between Johnson and Solanke. I think if Johnson becomes more clinical, he's going to score tons of goals. But then you've got Solanke's the penalty boy, isn't he? Solanke under Frank, he could like do a Watkins, Tony, or Mbueno. Yeah.
Halifax and Solanke. Arsenal said they've got a good feeling about Solanke. Yeah, I do too. I mean, like, I've said it a million times now. He had a decent season last season.
He's a
paid
proper
60
centre
million
forward.
for him.
He's played for good teams. He didn't really score lots of goals for Chelsea or Liverpool.
No, he never really fit. Well, I mean, he had quite a lot of competition, and he was quite young.
There's a lot of competition. It's a bit like there's no shame in not making it because Salah didn't make it at Chelsea, did he?
No, neither did De Bruyne.
De Bruyne didn't make it at Chelsea.
Top players.
Yeah.
Absolute top players. Both of you watched the documentary Spurs released about winning Europa League. Yeah, I watched it about 2-3 times.
Very cool.
Mate, honestly, if you ask me how many times I've watched the documentary and Europa League highlights and videos of Spurs lifting trophy, the answer is yes. That's how many times. Genuinely, yeah. I mean, I've been waiting for it so bloody long.
Yeah, I remember
doing it
before that, watching the Champions League semi-final win against Ajax, where you can hear Jermaine Genius almost crying in the background when the third goal goes.
Yeah. You can hear him shouting.
Yeah, I know that feeling, man.
Jermaine Genius is speechless, absolutely speechless.
To add to that, like the thing that I think I would really love to see is Dele Alli make a comeback, proper comeback.
I thought maybe a couple of years ago, but I don't think
Dele. He's 27, is he 28? He's still got time to have a few good seasons in him. Don't know what happened there, man.
Really,
I think I know some of the things that I've got. Again, it's about mental health. I think when it comes to, I think he became scared of winning. Bear with me on this one. His career went off the boil at Spurs when Dembele left, Moussa Dembele. He was like the ultimate carrying midfielder who made so much work for Spurs. In fact, I think all of Spurs went off the boil when Dembele left. We never replaced him. You can't replace him with Sissoko. That's madness. But the other thing that happened to Dele Alli was he was a victim of a aggravated burglary, which is a burglary with violence. And I think there's a little thing in his head that went, and part of him probably subconsciously and unconsciously thought, this happened to me because I'm successful. And from that, he just went off the boil massively after that. And
it's an interesting take.
That's my thought on it. Sometimes when bad things happen, you just need to go straight to a shrink and make sure it doesn't impact the next 10 years of your life if it's saying.
I mean, from what I've heard about him, it sounds like he's gone through a lot of stuff in his past already. So I think it's just probably built up as older he's got on and the more he's struggled. It just I think he just had a breakdown, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but I'd love it if he could turn it around because what a player he was.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he was better than Bellingham back then, and that, I mean, I can stats can prove.
He was now Steven Gerrard.
We've got early. Oh, he was top. I mean, Spurs between 2015 and 19 was just bloody amazing to watch, especially between 2015 and 2017. It was just amazing. I can't believe we didn't win anything during those seasons. I mean, we should have won the league.
The best team we didn't win anything.
Absolutely. Saying that.
Eriksen, Dembele, Alderweireld, Vertonghen,
Lloris.
Yeah.
Oh, Trippier. Back when he was
Trippier and Kyle Walker was a bit before then, but Trippier was awesome. I think Kyle Walker said that he would swap one of his Premier League titles to win a trophy.
I don't know if he's just saying that, but
well,
yeah, you can say that now that he's won everything. Sure, of course he bloody would. I think. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, he seems like a decent lad, but I don't know.
He needs to keep it in his pants, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he said all that, and then suddenly he signs for Burnley, first match day against us. Yeah. Scenes when he scores the winner against us, and I shit my pants. Because that's what.
Well, we're both going to the Burnley match.
Yes, we are.
Season opener. They're probably going to parade the trophy around as well, so we've got to have a nice cheer.
It's a point. If we do win the Super Cup as well, I'm sure they'll bring it on the pitch, and that's it if we win
it. It's going to be so funny if we somehow fluke a win against PSG.
And then
PSG just rinsed Real Madrid 4-0 and just steamrolled everyone except for Chelsea.
I mean, they lost to Chelsea.
Spurs turn up. Woo! With, I don't know.
I mean, Mohamed Kudus against Nuno Mendes. Very interested next season.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Dragon. Van der Ven and Romero back in it. Romero's staying. That's happening. He's going to sign a new contract. I'm confident that's going to happen.
Johnny Cardoso, who Spurs were linked with.
No, I don't. I'd never wanted him.
He signed at Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, good.
So I think it's come down to. Well, I think it just meant that Spurs were going to sign him. I think it was when we sold Lamela to them. Was it Sevilla? We had something in place to say that we had first dibs.
It was Lo Celso when we sold him back to Betis.
Yeah, we had a first dibs, but Cardoso was like, "Yeah, I don't want to join Spurs."
No, I'm going to join. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I think we had. I think first dibs. That's the right way of putting it. But yeah,
that's fine. It's fine. I don't hold any. You would rather have people at the club who want to play for the club.
Oh, absolutely.
And he wants to play for Atletico. They didn't get Romero. We get to keep him.
Yeah. I mean, you can have your player. We'll keep ours. I'm very, very over the moon that he's staying. I'm just hoping that an announcement from signing a new contract will be out there soon.
We'll see.
Seen some pictures of him returning to Hotspur Way. He's all smiling. He seems happy. He seems very happy.
Well, that's what they want. Players all want. They don't want to necessarily qualify. They want to play Champions League. They want to play against the best teams, but they also want to win stuff.
Yeah.
So would you rather win? Would you rather win the Champions League and finish mid-table, or the FA Cup and finish mid-table, or the League Cup and finish top 6? Do you know what I mean? If I was a player, I want to win
relegation, mate. That's what.
No, I don't want to be relegated.
No, I'm joking. I don't want to be relegated. Bit of an exaggeration. I would take next season. I would take 17th in Champions League. Champions League is the bloody flex, mate.
Yeah. Well,
no, not final. I'd take winning it.
That's what I meant.
Obviously, I don't really want to finish 70th. I don't know if I could go through with that again. I mean, Europa League, great, but I don't know if 17th again. I mean, that's literally as worse as you can be without being relegated. But it was the thing that people were asking all the Arsenal fans: would you take second place and nothing, or would you take 17th place and a European trophy?
Yeah.
I don't know as biased it's going to sound, but if we hadn't have won that, and you asked me a couple of years ago, I would say 17th place and a European trophy, because they were taking the piss out of us and winning in second place.
It was about time. We had to win something at some point. We were.
If we didn't win it there and then, I think there would have been a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, that would have been like 4 finals that we've lost.
I couldn't deal with that
straight. It just can't be happening, mate. But it didn't, and I think that was the most confident I'd ever felt in a final, because I didn't feel very confident about the Carabao Cup final back in lockdown. Didn't feel confident about the Champions League final. I mean, we just sort of climbed up. We got a bit unlucky in the first minute. The 2015 Carling Cup final, or it was the I don't know if it was called Carling then. It was Capital One Cup, League Cup. We lost to Chelsea. What else? I mean, 2013 FA Cup semi-final, we got battered by Chelsea 5-1. 2009, we lost to Manchester United in the League Cup final on penalties. That's where the drought started, really. So it's just as well we ended it with Man United. I think that's quite a satisfying way to. We probably should have won that game as well, to be honest. Losing on penalties is a really shit way to lose a final. I'm hearing that this is posted a couple of hours. Most sources close to the deal are almost in agreement that Morgan Gibbs-White transfer to Tottenham will ultimately happen.
Amen.
I mean,
praise be.
I knew that was going to happen. It's just a bit. It keeps you on edge a little bit, you know. Because it's quite a big deal.
So big transfers. This is good, but we don't need him. I think most of our squad is pretty strong and sorted.
We've got tons of attackers enough. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want?
I'd have Harry Kane back, but
I would take him back once his release clause goes down a bit more over the time. But yeah, anyone who's watching here, I'd like to say welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Please do consider dropping a like and maybe a sub if you are enjoying. We do this kind of thing quite a bit, especially with the videos and all the socials. I do appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, man. Thank you all for dropping in.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It's all good. Bit of a problem. Yeah, no. It's well, I think it'll be right. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, no, it's been tough being a Spurs fan, especially growing up. I mean, I would have been 3 years old when we won the 2008 trophy.
No memory of that, have you?
No, I don't remember. I don't even know. What were you doing for that? What were you doing? I mean, that was on my birthday, by the way, so I don't know what was happening.
I think I watched it.
Oh, were you watching it?
I probably watched it after you went to bed or something.
Yeah, probably. I was probably didn't know what I was doing at all. On my birthday, it's maybe it was a curse at that point. I don't need to say that. I don't need to say that anymore. I don't need to say that anymore. Right, we're probably gonna wrap up soon, but one last thing, probably, is some questions in regard to some Spurs players. Who do you think are some Spurs players that should never start for Spurs again? I know there's probably quite a few options, but I think we've definitely got some options.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Richarlison. Maybe.
I think if he's played in his position, but I don't think he ever will be, and it's sort of a waste of everyone's time. A waste of our money. It's a waste of his time. But yeah, Werner's already gone though, isn't he, Krythax?
He was only on loan. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Werner could have been such a good player. He had everything he needed to be a player, except he couldn't really shoot or pass.
He was a massive potential player. Krythax, why did you say Werner? He was never our player. He was loaned out twice.
I wouldn't mind Richarlison going. I've got to say it, but I don't mind him in a Spurs shirt. He's all right.
I mean, when he's one of those players where if he's on your team, you like a bit of a shithouse with him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a shit.
But definitely, he's as a player, he's someone I wouldn't mind seeing leave. Every time I try to make a shot, yeah, I remember witnessing one of them as well against.
No, I remember when he scored. He made it 3-3 against Liverpool, and he went crazy, and then Liverpool went up the other end and scored the fourth goal.
That was scandalous. Well, the player who scored it shouldn't have been on the bloody pitch.
Yeah, he should have been sent off or something ridiculous. It was just
wait, who was that actually? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
The worst fans are Liverpool fans. By a country mile. They're worse than Arsenal fans. They're worse than Man United fans.
It was Diogo Jota who won it. Rest in peace.
Oh, was it?
That last minute goal. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have been on the pitch. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. But probably should.
Yeah, that's karma.
It's too soon, man. It's too soon. Too soon. Yeah, karma for a really bad tackle on a player, so the demise is even. We are only joking, by the way. We are really sad that Kudus passed away. I was really shocked by that news. Rest in peace to him, honestly. Honestly. It sounds hiding with me.
Everyone's stunned to silence.
Anyways, back on topic. Yeah, players that should never start for Spurs again. For God's sake.
I like them all. There's no one that I've looked at for this guy's an absolute liability.
Surely there's some players you think maybe you wouldn't mind
Richie,
saying.
But I think his heart's in the right place, and sometimes he scores. He's not.
Richarlison's one of them. Maybe Scarlett.
No, I like Scarlett, but I don't. I think he needs to move on. It's not that I don't want to see him in a Spurs shirt again. I just think he needs to move on. He's not progressing. And I think he's at a better level than Oxford. I do think he needs to go abroad and just work his nuts off at a smaller team in the Netherlands. I always go back to the Netherlands because it's the best small league.
You love your.
It's the best big small league.
Your Dutchies.
Well, it's better than the Danish league or the Belgium league.
Danish league. I don't know why.
I mean, the Portuguese league is all right, but there's only 3 teams, maybe 4.
Yeah, well, top ones, yeah. Yeah, no, 100%, man. I mean, there's definitely. I mean, Dragujin, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he might be all right for a backup. Maybe we need to give him a bit more time. But
yeah, Dragusin is an accident waiting to happen, but is he any more of an accident waiting to happen than Romero? Like Romero's just like a walking yellow card. I think Dragusin's more.
No, he's not that bad.
Dragusin's a lumbering red card.
No, how many red cards did Romero get last season?
I don't know.
Not as many. I don't think he only. I don't think actually. I mean, how many red cards did he get?
Dragusin is just a haircut, isn't he? Really?
He's a haircut.
Yeah, he's a haircut. I wouldn't mind if he never played for Spurs again. Like his agent's always chirping. It's like, why is your agent talking? I don't mind if it's like that rant I did in the last video about Danny Rose.
Yeah,
it's like he was always talking. It's like, mate, you could talk like that if you're Messi, but otherwise, shut up. Whereas Dragusin, his agent talks about him like he is, I don't know, Franco Baresi. It's like, you're not that good.
He joined Spurs for Bayern Munich, which is quite
funny.
Tell
your agent to shut up.
I mean, quite a few agents nowadays are a bit cocky now.
Not like that.
No, they are. They are cocky.
I think it's a Romanian thing because Vlad Chiriches, we bought Vlad Chiriches with the Gareth Bale money. We bought 6 or 7 players. Vlad Chiriches was another Romanian one. And his agent would not shut up about how great Chiriches was. He was going, yeah, we see Spurs as a stepping stone to a big club like Chelsea. I think he's one of the few players. Chiriches is one of the few players who never won a trophy with anyone. Like, do you remember there was for a time like all players who Spurs bought would leave Spurs and win a trophy? I think Chiriches was so ass that even he, when he left, didn't win something. He was just these overrated cack players. Yeah, and again, it's a weirdly Romanian agent thing where they feel they need to blow smoke up their players' bums.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite common with agents nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a good player in Dragusin, but it's definitely not one that plays a high line. Dragusin ain't it. He's got a turning circle with an oil tanker. He's still turning while the other team's running through and scored.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll see. We'll see how he gets on next season. And just to add on to what you said earlier about Romero being a walking red card or yellow card, last season he only had 3 yellow cards and didn't have a single red card. So hold that, mate.
You know what that is? It's because VAR doesn't work.
All right. The season before that, okay, fine, fair enough. The season before that, he had 7 yellow cards and a red card.
Yeah, classic.
But come on.
I love Romero.
I love Romero as well. I want him to stay at Spurs for as long as possible, as long as he's good. People underrate him massively. I think he's got more of a and
he's a shit ass as well. I love Argentinian shit.
Proper Argentinian shit. He was giving it to Maguire in the Europa League final, and that cracked me up.
My favorite ever Spurs player is the Argentinian shithouse known as Maurizio Tirico. Absolute shithouse.
That's something.
Spurs was so wimpy when he was a player. Like, you had all these fairy players like Darren Anderson and Teddy Sheringham. There was no backbone in the team, and then you had Tirico would just turn around and rake his studs down someone's calf. I love that guy, man.
Just for clarification, you mean fairies and weak, don't you?
Yeah. Like just limp and weak, man. They were like skillful players, but when someone kicked them, they were like dishcloths. Just but the difference with Tirico and Ben Thatcher is that Tirico could play. Ben Thatcher was just a thug. Was it Ben Thatcher who knocked out Pedro Mendes? He just like elbowed him in the face when he was playing for Man City or someone. And Ben Thatcher was just an absolute. We bought him from Wimbledon, and he was just an absolute. He was basically a bouncer who got lost and ended up in a football kit.
I think I'm too young for all that, to be honest with you. I don't recognise the names at all.
Yeah, it is. You'll have to look it up on YouTube. I'll send you some links of Ben Thatcher elbowing Pedro Mendes in the face, knocking him out.
Do it, man. Do it. Right. Okay. My wrap up here. Thank you so much, C-Dad, for being on the stream. Appreciate it as always.
Always
We're one subscriber away from 50 subs. It's been a fantastic stream. The support has been awesome. I appreciate everyone here. If I can speak, I'm running out of breath. I need a drink. Thank you all so much for everyone.
20 away from the magic number.
Ooh, 20 away. Ooh, 20. Ooh, 69. Funny, mate. Funny, mate. Yeah, one away from the big 50. Which is massive. Absolutely massive. How far
she said.
This great way. Great, mate. Great. Nice one. Great start of the 69 and all that. Support over the last couple of days has been just amazing. I thank you so much for being supporting and just joining in. It means a lot. I can assure you, as the season starts, it's only going to be more. There's only going to be more of this. Of course, it's a bit different when the season is not on, as you can imagine, and it's all transfers. Not much else can be done. I'm going to try and make a video if I can during the Burnley match day. See how it goes. See what happens, if possible. Potential. We'll see. Maybe make a little match day vlog out of it. I've never done it before. It's going to be weird pulling out a camera in public again. I'm not going to bring my camera. I'll just use my phone. I don't know if I could bring a camera into the stadium, but I'll use my phone. Well, I can. Now that I've got a new phone, it's actually amazing quality. So, not that my old one was shy. It wasn't. It was great. But this is... I'm not asking to be mugged now, aren't I? No. You see me, don't take my phone, all right? But yeah, be at the Burnley game. It would be great. Only more stuff's coming out soon. Make sure you follow the socials, links in the description for Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Please make sure you do like, subscribe if you are enjoying it. There you go. Stream elements read my mind. They're right there. Perfect time. Appreciate it all so much for you all being here. I hope you will take care. Thank you very much, C-Dad, for being here. And yeah, we're in the stream. Thank you very much. More coming soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye. Take care.